Shalom, shalom. All praises be to the Most High. Assalamu alaikum. Now, I won't be long on this video, but family, I have, I guess you would say, an important message for anyone that actually view this video. If you view this video and you feel the need to share this video, go ahead and do so. Now, I've been on YouTube from about, let's say, 2015, 2016-ish. I had a channel before. I had over, I think I had at the time, back in 2016, I had, maybe 2017, I had probably about 44,000 subscribers, believe it or not. And on my channel, I used to talk about the oppressors a lot. You know who I'm referring to as the oppressors, you know, the one that's in power, the power that shouldn't be. To talk a lot about them, especially so-called white people. I used to explain what they really are and what they are not. And I guess after, YouTube changed their policy, they deemed my channel a hate speech channel. So they actually shut it down. They gave me a couple warnings, but I continued and they actually shut the channel down. And I remember when I started a new channel, when I gained like 200 subscribers, I got excited because I figured that they didn't really block me from YouTube. They just took my channel down. So I got excited about it. I even gave a giveaway and shit, right? At 200. So now I'm at probably, I think I'm like 1,800. No, I'm sorry. I'm at 37, right? 37, let me see, I guess I can check. I think I'm at 3,700. At one point, I was almost 4,000 subscribers, but they took away some of my subscribers. You know, I know people didn't unsubscribe because I've been saying the same stuff over and over, pretty much repetitively, right? And I usually talk about Christianity, the religion that was given to us by our oppressors and so forth. But anyway, family, as y'all can tell, my voice is not the same. My spirit is not the same today. It's only because I guess you could say this would be an exciting tone, believe it or not. It's not really exciting. It doesn't appear that way because, you know, my tone is a little bit low, but because what I got as a revelation, right? I call it a download. In addition to confirmation, I guess you could say I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm a little bit, bewildered because before what is to come happen, that's going to liberate us so-called black people, right? And some brown people too. We have to go through what they have in the Bible as referred to as Jacob's trouble. So about 3 days ago, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to make this video, about 3 days ago, I usually go outside and try to ground. Grounding is basically where you put your foot in the ground, but it's cold outside. It's wintertime. They call it winter, right? So the winter months is usually the dead season. The new year doesn't begin in January 1st. It begins in spring. So around the dead season where everything is dead, the trees is bare and the ground is cold, you can't really ground. You can, but you shouldn't because you can catch a cold, right? So anyway, we had a little bit of heat. We refer to it as heat wave because down in Maryland, we had this, the degrees was like 17, 18 degrees. That was like, Arctic weather for us down here. But it got up to like 40 something. I think it actually went to 56 degrees, believe it or not. So what happened when it got to 56 degrees, I decided I'm going to go ahead and ground. Now, while I was grounding, I began to receive what's referred to as a download because I'm a very spiritual person. I know y'all hear that shit a lot. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. Hold on one second, family. Yeah, my bad. As I was saying, a lot of people like to claim they're spiritual. It's like a cliche, but really and truly, family, I am spiritual. I am not religious in no way, shape, or form anymore. Spiritualism basically means where you can be in tune one with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you will see things differently than other people see things. You see what I'm saying? Like you literally can feel vibe. You can vibe certain situations and just, I guess you could say decipher it. You know what I mean? This is how I am. So I could literally just see certain things in a different way that other people see it, and I can break it down to them for them to understand what I'm seeing. So anyway, while I was grounding, and please bear with me, family, because again, I'm going through some, I guess you could say some emotional feelings right now because of what I actually saw in this particular vision. Now, I'm not proclaiming myself to be any kind of prophet. I'm not proclaiming myself to be any spiritualist individual, but I did get a download from the Most High. I actually seen something that was very, very, very prophetic. So as I was grounding on that particular day, it got up to like 54 degrees. I decided, let me ground. I usually close my eyes, put my feet in the grass, right, barefoot, and I usually try to just visualize what the Most High will look like. You know what I mean? I don't know what he looked like, he, she, or it, because the Most High is a spirit, right? It's a source. It's like energy. But as I close my eyes, I try to visualize what the Most High looked like, and what I visualized was this energy, this beautiful aura. You ever heard of the aurora borealis? I think that's what they call it, where you see these different lights. Usually, I think it's in Alaska, something like that. This is what I saw, but the vision, when I closed my eyes, what I saw, it wasn't even a vision. It was actually what I'm seeing right while my eyes was closed. I was awake. I wasn't sleeping. I was grounded in the grass, and I seen these beautiful, beautiful lights, like colors I've never seen before. I think only one time I've seen these colors when I had a dream about aliens, believe it or not, family. I had a dream about aliens visiting Earth, and they were actually black people, but they was glistening. They had, like, in other words, like they skin, they was very tall, and their skin complexion was like changing different colors, beautiful colors. And this is the same vision that I had when I was grounding, where I saw, I visioned the Most High being this beautiful, celestial being with beautiful color. These colors I've never seen before when I had my eyes closed. Now I started to like open my eyes and get out of that trance that I was in, but something just held me in, like something held me back to where I decided I'm gonna just go ahead and just continue to visualize this beautiful, experience that I was having. Now, about maybe 3-4 minutes into visualizing this, I guess you could say, a vision, I seen where like the clouds started to open up. First it was like cloudy, but then the clouds started to dissipate, right? And as it was dissipating, like I seen like almost like it was like a portal type situation. It was like a portal open up in the sky. And this has actually happened as I was, meditating, if you will. Right, while I was grounded. I wasn't asleep. I literally outside my backyard in the grass grounding, and I seen literally like the sky opened up. It was real. It was crazy. It was like it opened up like a portal. You know how you watch movies and they show portals, and it opened up like a portal, but it was huge. It was like almost like the whole entire heavens opened up, and when it opened up, I seen like rainbow. It was like 3 or 4 different layers of rainbow back to back. Like you see one on the bottom and one above that, one above. It was rainbow colors, but the rainbow color was like I said, the colors that I seen, it wasn't the colors that I'm used to seeing. And in the vision, I was watching this coloration in the heavens. And then I seen a family, here you go, here we are gonna lose me. I seen a face. I seen a face look literally through the heavens. It was like the sky. I seen a face. The face was like huge. Almost like it wasn't even a face. It was like a half of a face. Like you see a big eye, and the face. But the face was actually, now here we go. Here you gonna say, here this nigga go. It was actually a black face, but it had different color, the same exact color that I saw before I saw the sky opening up. the face it was black, but it was glistening. It had these beautiful, colors that I recognize, but also colors that I didn't recognize. I seen it, but it was crazy because the face that I saw, I only saw the cheek and the eyes, and it was big. It was almost like the heavens. It was like the sky itself was the face of, I guess you refer to it as the Most High, right? The Christian call it God, but the eyes was just one eye. You see the eyelash, you see the eyebrow, but it wasn't like distinct like a human face, but you could tell it was human. It kind of like looked a human, like so human. It had like a human feature then, right? But it was beautiful. It was like the face was glistening. And I remember when I looked at the eyes, it didn't have a eyeball or pupils. It was just basically just radiant colors in the eyes. It's almost like, I can't explain it, man. It's like, okay, where the eyeball should be, it was like some beautiful colors in it. But I saw the eyelash, I saw the eyebrow, but it wasn't like I can't, it wasn't like human eye features. It was more or less human. It looked human, but it didn't. I can't really explain it, Fab, because this is a vision that I seen. And I don't even think it was a vision. It was pretty much what I was seeing doing this trance. And when I looked at it, the face was almost like the whole entire sky, that particular area. First, it was a portal. Then through the portal, you see this face like looking through it. It's almost like, how you look through a looking glass and shit. That's what I saw. But the eyes, I seen the outline of the eyes. The skin color was black, but it was beautiful, like different colors, sparkle colors. Like that was on. Family, again, this is why I'm struggling with this video, because it's so hard to explain what I saw. And then in the eyes, it was like beautiful colors. The eyeball was colored, right? And I remember, I felt like I was getting scared. I wanted to snap out of this trance that I was in. But at the same time, I was mesmerized. I was intrigued by it. And then I remember the eye actually quenched. Like when you quench your eyes, it quenched once, and then the faces withdraw back into the portal. Family, this shit is so crazy. The face withdraw back into the portal, and then the portal start to close slowly. Not fast, it start to close slowly. And then while it was closing, in my mind, I was saying, no, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. I had this feeling like I needed this presence to continue to be here, you know what I mean? And I remember saying in my spirit, like, please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. But the portal started to close very slowly. So if I had to guess, right, how long this particular trance, vision, whatever you want to call it, lasts, I would say it lasts about 15 minutes, family. About 15 minutes this experience lasted. And I remember once the portal closed, and I felt my body start to get like real warm. Like I had a warm feeling. I remember it's like 50-something degrees now, 54 degrees, around 54 degrees. This is wintertime. And I felt my body start getting warm. And I just literally just like snapped out of that trance. And then I start peeling off my jacket, because I did have a jacket on. Peeling off my jacket, my feet got real sweaty, right? And again, it's 54 degrees. My feet start to sweat. I don't have sweaty feet. I don't have athletic feet. My feet start to sweat, and I start to it was weird. I felt like my body was real warm, almost like it was like 90 degrees. I start taking off my jacket, and, my feet, not my face. My feet start to sweat, but my body just felt warm. And for that moment, I just felt like a bliss. I felt so peaceful. I felt so at peace. You know what I'm saying? Get out of my way, you damn devil. I felt so at peace. And I looked back up in the sky, and the sky wasn't cloudy. It was blue. It was a little overcast, but it was blue. And I just kept staring at the sky, looking for that, the same thing I saw earlier, hoping I would see it again. But it didn't happen, because the first time it happened is when I grounded, closed my eyes, I was meditating, and I went into this trance. But this time I would literally look up into the sky. I even closed my eyes, tried to go back into this trance, and it didn't happen. But I remember in my spirit, it felt like it's almost like the Most High was something was speaking to me. I would say the Most High was saying to me, we are about to be, it didn't say me, it said we are about to be delivered. Now, I know y'all heard this shit over and over before. You got these Hebrew on here talking about, oh, we're going to be out of here. 2019 was the beginning of the end for the so-called white man. No, family. This feeling that I had was like we're about to be delivered. However, it's going to be a lot of us that's going to be killed. A lot of us going to be taken out of here. A lot of us going to be caught up with the so-called destruction of the rulership of this people that's ruling over us, the so-called white man, because they are about to be up out of here. There's so many things that's happening behind the scenes that we're not privy to, right? That's happening, that's showing the last day. Trump was not put into the presidency by mistake. I do not like Trump. I hate this motherfucker. I visualize him busting his ass coming down. You know, when he come off Air Force One, I visualize him fucking just tripping off the fucking staircase and, you know, that's how I visualize. So it's not like I'm taking up for this. I hate this motherfucker. I really do. But Trump was put here in America the second time. America is Babylon, family, right? The daughter of Babylon, to literally destroy the America that enslaved the people of the book. Okay, there was originally black people here in Turtle Island. A lot of y'all think that that place over there in Palestine they call Israel is a promised land. It is not. It is not the promised land. Matter of fact, the whole world was promised to the chosen people, which is black people, the Israelites, right? Because only Israelite deal with tribes. Black people deal with clans, right? We own this whole planet. This whole planet is ours. But that land over there that they fighting the most, that's not our land. The Most High is not going to allow bloodshed on the Holy Land. This is what I want y'all to understand. Believe it or not, family, if I was to tell y'all gonna really and truly think I'm bugging out. But, you know, it's all good. The Grand Canyon, family, they don't allow us to go in the Grand Canyon for a reason. They have found hieroglyphics, the same shit you find out there in Africa, Egypt, right? The same exact hieroglyphic. They find pyramids here in the Americas. They find pyramids all over the world. Pyramid doesn't really mean, okay, this is where Africa is. What I'm saying to you is that that land over there is not where we're going to go back. It's too small to contain the children of Israel. When we get gathered back up. Now, a lot of people speculated after 1619 to 2019 would have been the 400 years. No, they have lied to us. They have changed the calendar on us, right? We are going to be delivered, but our time is not yet. However, the judgment has begun on these devils. This is why you see Trump is doing what he's doing to the American people. Trump is not the legitimate president. Kamala Harris actually won the presidency, family. I showed y'all a video where Trump himself said that, right? Elon Musk went. Hold on one second. Yeah, I'm back. Elon Musk went to Pennsylvania, right? Campaigned for a month. He said, Elon Musk know a lot about computers, voting machine, and they came out winning by a landslide. Trump did not get elected this time around by the people. This is why he's literally taking away health care, SNAP benefits, and other, programs from the American people, including his supporters, because he know that a lot of his supporters didn't vote for him this time around. This is why he's so hangry, incoherent, rambling with the speech that he had. I think it was South Carolina, North Carolina, one of them the other day. You know what I'm saying? Trump know that he did not win the presidency legitimately. It was stolen. If it's any presidency that was stolen, it was this one. And this is why they like to project. They like to, the shit that they do, they like to say the Democrat is doing it. But family, we are about to be delivered. Now, I'm going to let y'all know we're not going to be leaving right now, anytime soon. The judgment has to be carried out because the Most High in the Bible, because remember the Bible that we read today, the so-called King James and all that, they have rewritten the book. We don't have the original scroll. We don't have the original manuscript. They have put their twist on it. Now I'm going to let y'all know that they have changed the calendar. You have the Julian calendar and the Gregorian calendar. The 1619 prophecy, it is a prophecy. But it wasn't from 1619 because there were slaves here before that. And the 400 years prophecy that was mentioned in the Bible, remember, these devils had our record for centuries. You think they're going to give us exactly what the verbatim, what our scrolls, what the Most High left our ancestors with? Why you think they gave us a slave Bible? Slave, obey your earthly master, right? Turn the cheek, turn your other cheek. Love your enemy. You know, Jesus did not come to bring peace, but he came to bring a sword. They have rewritten this book to fit their narrative, right? But I'm going to let y'all know the vision that I had, the download that I received is telling us that we are going to be up out of here sooner than later. It's just a matter of time. But in the meantime, we're going to have to go through what they refer to as Jacob's trouble. So get ready. Don't hold on to any earthly possession, because we're not going to need it. We're going to get so much blessing that the Bible talks about. Because see, the Bible that we read have a lot of lies, but they do have some truth in it. They have to put lies with truth. But I'm going to let y'all know right now, family, this is our kingdom. The so-called European, the white man's rulership, so-called white man, because they're not white, the different shade of red, their rulership is over. We have next, right? A lot of y'all feel despair. A lot of y'all also feel like even though we're going through what we're going through, you feel a little different. You feel a little bit like, you know, I can deal with this. I can handle this. The Most High been pretty much putting black people on a fast for decades, if not centuries, right? The Most High have been preparing us for not having for centuries. Look where we at. Look at the conditions of many black and brown people. We on the bottom. Not saying the brown people are the children of Israel, because only melanated people was chosen from the Most High, right? Jacob's people, descendants are melanated people, not no mongoloids and shit, calling themselves Mexican or whatever. But they will sojourn with us in the new kingdom, because we're going to need servants, right? Same with the so-called Caucasian. I don't believe a lot of the Caucasians are going to make it, because they're not the original inhabitants of this planet. They came from us, right? I told y'all in many video where they came from, right? They're fallen angel seed mixed with the troglodytes, mixed with the Neanderthal, mixed with human beings, and you see them walking around today. At one point, they couldn't even come out of the caves because the sun would kill them. But because they have so much of our DNA, human, melanated DNA in them, they're able to sustain the sun or deal with the sun. But that's for another video. So family, we are going to get recompense. The Most High is not going to give us reparation with their face on the dollar bill. Because see, these devils worship the dead. Notice all the presidents was on the dollar bill, right? They worship the dead. Jesus Christ, they worship Jesus Christ, a dead man, right? We don't worship the dead. We worship the living. Right? Well, I don't worship anybody because I don't know how to worship. I give all praises. That's all I do. But they worship dead people. Like Jesus Christ, he's a dead man. They worship that motherfucker. So, family, reparation is not going to come in the form of money. We're going to have, the reparation is going to be the earth. We're going to have back this shit. And Trump is here by design to destroy and dismantle the so-called European the rulership. I'm telling y'all, he was put here. At first, I didn't understand why he was brought back the second term, but he was put here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? The Most High allowed him to be here, because look at how America is falling. The American dollar is literally dwindling. You know what I'm saying? You got all these countries, Arab countries, even China, all these countries trying to fall back away from the American petrodollar, because, you know what I'm saying, it's really not worth anything. It's just money that they print in the air and put a value to it. Trump don't have the same pull like he did. Trump is a curse. I told y'all that in many videos. Trump is a curse. Anybody affiliate themselves with Trump always loses. Elon Musk, Kanye West, Cohen, all these people, the January, everybody that associates himself with Trump, they always lose, including him being the president of the United States of America. Look how we are suffering right now. Look at the curse of America. So family, just hold on. We're going to get through it. You know what I'm saying? Many are called, chosen are few. I want to be one. How about you, right? With that, I say shalom.